Boy, that was just perfect for me. You know what? I agree with you. People do not like negative campaign. It makes them sick to their stomach when the truth is not given. Now, there's things in people's personal lives that are given that may not be negative. But when you come up with blatant, every category is just a lie, that's negative campaigning. That's sickening, and most people hate that. What we've seen in this campaign, I thought, to be honest with you, I thought it was going to be pretty good. The primary was a little ugly, no question about it. My opponent got a little ugly in the primary with Miss Michaels. But I thought he was going to be pretty good here. And if you've all seen the last piece of mail that came out, it was ugly. It was blatant untruths. It was taking things out of context. It was unbelievable, the stuff we saw. But again, desperate measures need to be taken by desperate people, so that's all I can say.
Mr. Dantona? Gosh, that's great coming from Mr. Foy, whose first piece against me was, Mr. Dantona's had a bankruptcy. How can he possibly be able to run the county budget? If that is a negative, I don't know what is. But that was him coming out of the chute in the primary. He didn't have to become negative in the primary because, you know what? No one was even thinking about him in the primary. Judy Michaels and I were going after each other. Anybody out there who understands how the primary ran knew it was Judy and I running against each other while Mr. Foy ran his campaign quietly, stealth, underneath the radar, talking about illegal immigration and the rest of it. However, Mr. Foy talks about the piece that came out against him. I have a piece that came out from Mr. Foy that talks about me with all of these liberals. He shows Senator Kennedy and so forth. How come he didn't show Senator John McCain, who I worked with? As a matter of fact, Mr. Foy, why didn't you put a picture of my good friend Arnold Schwarzenegger, who I was at his home after he was elected, talking about the issues of the county and the state, as well as a letter of commendation by Ronald Reagan, President Ronald Reagan, thanking me for all the things that I have done in drug abuse. So when we're going to talk about negative campaigning, then we ought to be fair about it in terms of what really is negative.
I get some more of this, right?
You get 30 seconds.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please.
I love that Mr. Dantona wants to make himself out to be a good conservative Republican. That's right. Anyway, no, it was Mr. Dantona. I never put out a piece about your bankruptcies. Never did I put out a piece about your bankruptcies. Now, the other thing is, but that's truth. That's truth. That is truth. That's fine. I'm talking about blatant lies we're talking about here. Because, you know, truth is truth. If I have a bankruptcy, put it out. Let them know. That's fine. If you want to make a character judgment on that, let them know. I don't have any bankruptcies. I don't have 2 bankruptcies. I don't have any of that. But what I'm talking about is blatant lies that you saw on a mailer that even the people in my office went back and talked to.
That's going beyond the time.
No.
I think judgment counts as on negative campaigning. Okay, moving right along. Mr. Dantona,
Yes.
what is your view of liquid